Alright, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zyron, and today we are going to talk about the new event and the new units, okay? I'm just going to go through them briefly and I'll do a real proper unit review with all their maximum stats and everything in a separate video. But today we're going to talk about the Dreadnought. And the Dreadnought is the ship that the Emperor, who's the main villain in Final Fantasy II, creates. And Firion, Marie, and Guy, the party that goes to defeat him in that battle. And so that's an event for us, and it's an exploration event. So it's kind of like the Nian Beast, the one that we recently had, or the Memories of Aquapolis. I personally am okay with this. Normally my favorite events are King Mok events because once you get the bonus units, man, it's up for grinding and farming non-stop. But I guess it's kind of like a downtime for us. We finished the Secret of Mana event, so it's good to have an exploration time for those people who are chasing their rank up. Once they have cleared the exploration, it's time to chase your rank. Okay, it's time to get your equipment that you need. So in this sense, even though the event might be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier exploration event, fear not. You can actually use this time to get your arena Mughals. It's also time to up your equipment and everything. So let's talk about this. Beginner exploration. You get a rare summon ticket. That's awesome. I personally am hoping to summon at least a few units of this banner. Okay, it's pretty brilliant. Second, in the intermediate exploration, you get ruby breastplate, right? So I've been doing a bit of research and I realized that for players who are new and free to play, actually this breastplate would be quite good. Okay, especially if you don't have enough armor for your heroes. This is a good option, right? Defense plus 36. Of course, for the elite tier of free to play players, this will not be what you're looking at, but yeah. Advanced, okay, and so it looks like a really simple weapon. It's a dagger, it's attack 42, but let me tell you that this dagger actually is quite good. Okay, if you look at our current daggers, the best dagger that we have for free to play players, for those of you who have not been in our events, it would be the air knife with an element wind. So as a guide, most of the time, wind or any element that is added onto your weapon is not particularly good unless it's light, because as we all know, bosses have a resistance to dark, but they have a weakness to light. Usually, all right. But for myself, I missed the kitchen knife event. I'm definitely not getting Link's TM at the moment, so our current knife would feature right after Mage Masher, and it would be, in my opinion, better than Air Knife because first of all, it is non-elemental. Second of all, it has Aquan Killer. So this would really help you if you are in Alderaan in your quest. It will help you clear it because there are many of the fish-like creatures for you to defeat. Moving on, this is something I'm really hyped up about. The Gigant X, okay? And many people, I was reading on Reddit, many are a bit upset because right after the 50,000 Candy X, we are getting another one. But fear not, if you have Mercedes, this is your time to put in a plus 76 and plus 85 into your Mercedes. She's gonna look awesome. For me, I have a Firion, and Firion, if you know later on, I'm gonna go through him. 30% of your attack will be boosted by adding an X, and plus 76 is pretty awesome. As you all know, actually if you have at least one or two top tier units, like let's say a Noctis or Lunef, and you have a Sissel, you're not going to equip the Sissel with a Blood Sword nor an Enhancer, but this X will be your next top tier for your second tier units. Okay, so it's really good. For me, I'm going to equip it on my Firion. Let's see how that goes. I want to see what max damage can a Firion that is a 6-star output with his buffs. Okay, next up we have Trust Mughal, and thank goodness, okay, they are returning us back to the Trust Mughal of 10%. I don't know whether that will mean it will be more difficult than the Trials of Love, or whether they're just being more generous to us, but it's great. Okay, this is something that I will definitely try to get my hands on because I desperately need my dual cast for my Rifia. And these are the units, and yep, it'll be in the vortex. But let's talk about the units for a little bit. Um, so we want to talk about Guy first and foremost. So Guy is a 3-star summon to 5-star, and usually I don't like 3-star summons because they don't turn out very well. My impression is that this guy is not even going to get an awakening to a 6-star in the near future at least. But let's talk a little bit about him. He seems to have, okay, so he has a draw attack, so he's kind of a tank, but yet he's kind of an attack tank. So that's an interesting mixture or hybrid. He has 1.6 damage to all enemies, Nature's Protection, where he can cure to only the caster. So that is a bit sad. Increase attack defense when HP drops below 50%. That's for him, he himself. But the one good thing about his kit is that he has full break. Now, if you are struggling to get your rain up to level 6, to 6-star, sorry, or if you do not have a Warrior of Light or something like Ingus, man, Guy will be a good guy for you. Alright, so he has the original full break in his kit, and if you equip him well, he will actually do things for you, especially with the full break. He doesn't seem to have any element resistance. He can equip X. So it could be a direct fit for you if you get a Gigant X, or if you have the Spirit X that we got in the Secret of Mana event. Okay, but overall, he's a 3-star unit, but if you're starting out in this game as a free-to-play player, he is pretty good because he will give you your basic attack while still giving you a full break. Yeah, and so next up we want to talk about Leon. And Leon is a pretty good unit, okay? He's 4-star to 5-star, so that means he's a bit more difficult to pull. But man, let me talk about his Trust Master, okay? It is a special ability passive that always intrigues me. Next up, it has increased attack 30%. Now, just to put that in context, you usually put in your attack plus 10% in your material slot. So if you have an attack plus 30%, that must mean that this guy's TM is really good. Okay. Another comparison would be Blade Mastery. And of course, for Blade Mastery, it is one of the best TMs, Trust Masters. Okay, it's attack 50%. Now, if you can't get your Blade Mastery, or if you're struggling to get a Chizuru, this is a great TM, okay, because your attack will just immediately buff to 30%, and what is more, it is when you equip with a sword. So that is great because of how the swords in this game, in this meta, is actually really good, right? Especially if you have your enhancer. Okay, it'll be fantastic. Okay, so that's great. Let's talk a bit more about his skills now. I'm a little bit sad about his current skills. Like, I feel that there's so much potential of him being a 6-star, and what is more, his story is extremely intriguing. If you want, you can just Google his story on Final Fantasy 2. He can equip X as well, so clearly there's the incentive for you to clear the event exploration. Okay. Let's look at his abilities. Okay. Dark damage. Okay, that might be good if you're up against a light enemy, but we don't normally get that. Confusion to all allies, to all enemies, sorry, that is good. Increase power of the next attack and increase damage taken. So that's kind of like a berserk, and I like that idea because that makes him a new unit, a different kind of unit. Um, Battle Prep, which gives him increased attack 30% and defense 20% when equipped with a sword. I think this is Gumi's new tactic or strategy. They are giving out little passives here in the learned abilities that increase your attack when equipped with something. And for him, this guy, you want to equip him with a sword, obviously, because of his TM, which will be 30% added onto this battle prep, which will be another 30%. That's 60%, and that's really high. He gets Barrage, so that's awesome. Like, Barrage is one of the best abilities because it's 4 times of the normal hit. Yeah, he has Maverick. Okay, physical damage 1.6 to one enemy. If you want, that is actually full breaks damage. Okay, but instead of full breaking, it increases the attack 50% to the caster. So that is really great. And I assume the next move after you use Maverick will be Phantom, which does 2 physical attack damage 3.2 to all enemies. So that is really quite powerful. Like what I said in the previous banner for the Valentine's Day, anything above 2 times is great. So if you can get this guy just by a summon ticket, man, equip him. He is pretty good. Okay. Of course, he is nothing compared to the 6 stars. And of course, he's nothing compared to our next unit, next 2 units that we're going to review. But you know what? This guy has so much potential. If you need a damage dealer and you don't have a rainbow crystal yet, this guy is the guy for you. Alright, moving on to our next unit, we are going to talk about Emperor. Man, and I love his story. I just read up on his story. His name is Matthias, and that actually means Overlord, alright? And it means Gift of God. So that's awesome. His TM is the best TM for a mage currently. Okay, it has HP plus 10%, which all mages need. My ex-dev, his health is really pathetic. But look at this. Attack plus 19. I don't quite know yet why they are giving this attack stat, but a whopping magic 129. So that is pretty awesome, and it is a rod. It is obviously for your mages. What a TM. If you get him, I don't know whether he will feature in your top tier team if you have a Dark Fina or if you have an X-Dev, but this guy's Trust Master is amazing, especially if you are a mage wielding team. So I have an ally who has 3 X-Devs. You definitely want Matthias' Malice on one of them. Okay? Alright. Stats aside, he doesn't have any resistance or anything like that. He can equip rod and staffs, so that's good. He has the normal hat and clothes and yeah, and ring ability. Okay, let's look at his skills. And I really like Gumi's innovation in the names that he has because it gives him that extra air, okay, and it makes him look all the more cooler. Okay, so he has Time Stopper and Stop for 3 turns to all enemies. This is crazy. Why? Because right now in this game, there is no cure for Stop. So if you have an arena team and you're gunning for the top 3000, Stop 30% could change the game for you to get your 2 Trust Master, 2 Trust Mughals in that month. Time Stopper is amazing, alright? Okay, he has Subdue, which is very interesting because it decreased Spirit 40% for 3 turns to all enemies. That is like 1/4 of the full break, right? You don't really reduce the attack, defense, and magic, but you do reduce Spirit by 40%. But what I like about this is increase Spirit 60% for 5 turns to caster. Man, this could be pretty good against the bosses because especially in the Vortex, those trials that are elite and such, even the most recent Love Trials, Abrasax, if you had a 60% Spirit buff up, that's pretty awesome, and it's only 20 MP, right? Okay, he gets an MP plus 20%. That's always good for a mage. And he has this thing called Fire from Below. Okay, and that is fire damage 2 times with consecutive damage to one enemy. pretty good. He has this thing called Present Your Offering. HP damage 50% to one ally, but you recover 100 MP to the caster. Wow, I love this idea completely because in a trial, okay, so some of you will be like, nah, because I don't even want to risk a character of mine to go down by 50%. But why not if you have two healers? For example, in my team, I have a Rifia and a Sissel and an X-Dev. I can totally imagine replacing my X-Dev with an Emperor, and instead of Osmos, which it's limited, right? You can only do it once to the boss. But present your offering, which is 14 MP only, will get you 100 MP automatically. That is crazy. That's really great. Of course, the downside is the 50% to one ally, so you would have to pick that ally pretty well. And for me, I would always pick the allies that is already about to die, right? Or if you do have confidence that your healers can deal enough healing, I would heal. I would do the damage to the least health. Like for example, if I'm bringing in my Cloud of Darkness with 3000 HP. If I take 50% of his HP to 1500, both my healers who do Kuraja, Rifia and Sissel, will just heal him up automatically to 4000 or 3000 automatically. So this skill is pretty good, okay? And what he gets at level 75 star, magic plus 30%. That is sweet. Okay, and of course he gets dual black magic, and that is awesome. It's always awesome. It's a must-have for mages nowadays. Mages are not the current meta, okay, but in the future when enhancements come, be ready, alright, because dual black magic will be really important. Now, the other thing that makes him amazing, and it's called I'll Never Die. I love it, okay? Recover MP 10% per turn during battle. So that is amazing because no one else, I believe, has this amount of percentage heal for MP. Okay, I believe Noctis, Luneth gets an MP recovery, as does Lightning, but not 10%. 10% is pretty awesome. Alright, his next skill is Insolent Fools, which decreases the chance of being targeted by 75%. Wow, so with evasion, that will be insane, okay? He gets Control, which increases magic 100% for 5 turns to the caster, and decrease spirit 20% for 3 turns to all allies excluding caster. Now, this is a bit tough, okay, because you are thinking your whole allied team would decrease 20%, and with a buff of maybe focus or meditate, depending on whether you have deleter or whether you have Sissel, that's only a 20% spirit buff. In my opinion, it depends on how good your Emperor is, so be careful about this skill. Not too sure how it will work with the buffs, but we'll see. Alright, and the last thing he has is Starfall, which is Meteor. And to compare with Meteor, let me give you the stats. Meteor's magic damage 2.5 with Ignore Spirit 25. But this is magic damage 2.3 times, but Spirit ignored by 50% to all enemies. That is pretty good. Okay, and his magic, he has 4 different elements: fire, ice, lightning, and wind. And flare actually does decrease water resistance for 30%. So if you have a Mercedes, Emperor will work well on Mercedes. They could go on a Valentine's Day date. Okay, but what I have to say about Emperor is that it is such a pity that Starfall is not under magic. You see, for Darkfina, she has Ultima in her magic. For Xdev, he has Meteor under his magic, but sadly, Starfall is not in that. And his limit burst is also elemental, which is wind, and not always does that benefit you, especially if his weakness is not wind, right? So overall, Emperor, I wouldn't do a hard pull on him, but if you get him, wow, I think you might replace him with your Xdev. Okay, and last but not least, we want to talk about our boy who just got his upgrade to a 6-star. His name is Firion. I don't really like his sprite. Think it needs an overhaul, but otherwise, he seems to be the best in the lot. Okay, and why do I say that? Because if you use a summon ticket, there's a high chance you get a 3-star, and a higher chance because Firion features on the banner, and this is the only reason why you would use your summon tickets in this time. Okay, because Firion is a must-have. He is really a must-have. In the same way, Rain is a must-have for his full break, Firion is your cheap man's king of damage. Okay, in fact, some people are speculating that he might even do better than Lunef. If you want, you can see the stats. Can go and check out Pastures FFBE for his own take on this. My opinion is that Firion is a must-have for every free-to-play player. He is like Rain. He's your one and only currently. He is like X-Death for the mages. He is Firion for the damage. Okay, so you must have him. His Trustmaster is ridiculous. Don't even bother. But what you need to know is that his attack is honestly not that high yet. But let me go through why. Because look at this beautiful selection. It's like looking at Willy Wonka's candy and just being able to choose anything you want. He even can equip Harp. Okay, so that's brilliant. Now let me start off with his what he already has. Okay, he has Plant Killer. That is great, especially if you are going against Antanola. Now is the time. Okay, he has Mystery Waltz, which is MP drain to one enemy. I don't know about that. Blade Bash, which is pretty standard, okay, but he has a series of killer abilities, so Bird and Bug Killer, okay. As of now, we don't really have many birds and bug bosses, but I assume that we will have more of this. But what I like in his 5-star kit is he has Blade Blitz. Okay, Blade Blitz is 1.4. I know that's pretty low, but remember it's based off the base stat of attack that he has. So we can talk about that later. 1.4 to all enemies. So it's an AoE, and that's pretty good. A standard 6-star AoE damage would be a 1.8, right? Something like Hit All that Lunef has, or something like Area Blast that both Snow and Lightning have. Okay, now, but when he starts getting interesting is his 6-star. He gets Forest Killer, which increases birds, insects, and plants damage 75%. So that is pretty awesome. He gets Dragon Killer. I feel like this is a pity, right? Like, Gumi could have released his awakening before the Trials of Love, and we've given more people a chance to get a 5-star Moogle and that 15% attack. Dragon Killer was absolutely needed in that fight. I had to rely on a Randy, but I know not many free-to-play players were as lucky as me to get Randy, so that is really a great pity. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Great support, alright, where Magic and Spirit is 30% when equipped with any of the following. So, Staff, Rod, Harp, and Mace. Personally, I'm not going to go into a Magic or Spirit build, so let's go on to multi-shooter build. Okay, it starts to get a bit more interesting. Increase attack and spirit 25% and 30% when equipped with bow, whip, throwing weapon, or gun. Now, alright, what I'm planning to do is I'm going to equip my Killer Bow on this young man, alright, because Killer Bow is a free-to-play player item that you can get in the shrine in the far plane, and it's free. Okay, if I'm not wrong, a Killer Blow, okay, let me check it now. A Killer Bow actually does probably the most amount of damage now. So let's check it out. Right, let's see. Attack plus 60, okay, and it equips an additional effect of Bird, Bug, and Plant Killer. So that is pretty awesome, okay. If not, you can also equip with Tamer's Whip, which we recently got. I believe we also have the Memories of Alcopolis Whip that was given to us for free if you had completed that. Man, get this Firion, alright, because you are definitely going to get his attack plus 25%, okay. And now let's look Demon Killer. This is a necessity, especially against March of the Beast, different events like that, you need that. Okay, he gets an attack plus 10%, not really high, but defense plus 10%, not really high as well. But let me tell you why, because he has this thing, Heavy Breaker, attack 30%. if you dual wield this guy, right, with a bow or with a whip, with an axe, a hammer, spear, or fist, you are going to come up really high. And this is what I'm going to equip Firion with: an axe and a bow, okay, or an axe and a whip, because he's going to get a maximum 55% attack increase, as well as his passive attack 10% has a 65% attack increase. I want to see the stats. I want to know. Okay, according to some of the players that have already tried the mechanic, they are saying he can go up to 800 with all the full set of items. And I'm excited to see a free-to-play player fully equipped Firion, because I know all of you want to know what's the maximum attack that he can get with a free-to-play player build. So I will do that soon. Beast Killer, 50%, alright, increase against beasts. That is really important. For example, the Nian beast was a beast, right? Okay, and some of the bosses in leading up to Abraxas in Love Trials were beasts, so that is always important. And man, oh man, he has Sword Master, attack 20%. Okay, so unfortunately, it's only 20%. You can't, of course, triple wield. That will be maybe a new part of the game eventually, but he currently can only hold 2 weapons, and it was 30%, 30%, 25%, sorry, 25 and 30. So that's 55. That would be more than 20. So it really depends what kind of sword you have. If you don't have a bow or whatever, then equip with sword, because it increases 20% for your sword, great sword, and katana. And if you have a Murasame free from the shrine, put it on him, 20% straight up. Okay, and he has Finbrar, which is attack 1.8, ignore defense 25%, kind of like North Swain Strike that Deleted has to one enemy. So it's a single target, not the best, but like what I said, he has Blade Blitz for AoE, and I guess Finbra will do it. So by the way, with that attack, if he hits 600 attack, a Blade Blitz of 1.4 would be pretty good still. Okay, but what he finishes off with is Legend Killer, Beasts, Demons, Dragons, 75%. That's basically 6 different types of bosses he can take down for 75%, and that's really awesome. He gets Regen. I don't think you'll be using this a lot. Yeah, alright, but let's look at his 6-star, okay? He will get a maximum physical damage 4.3 to one enemy. Pretty good, not too bad at all. So remember to get his awakening materials from Secret of Mana. I'm all ready to level him up. Once the maintenance is over, I'm getting this guy. He's my boy. I'm gonna try him out, and I'm gonna have so much fun with him. This is how he'll look like as a 6-star. Well, I love it. Alright, that's the end for my unit review and my event review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Zyron out.